streams, and there's gonna be weekends where I just can't stream at all. Same thing with
Come on,
SoFunk with a gold sub badge. Save you money because it's see now we're getting into more streaming stuff. The reason why I say 20 hours a week is because we all work here. 16 to 24 hours is considered part-time. So the average is 20 hours. So if I can't even do part-time hours, I feel like you're not getting your money's worth. You know, regardless of how you feel about it. You want to keep subbing, go ahead. I'm telling you not to. Like, but I'm saying that's my train of thought on it. You know, because like I've said it to Monkey, if you guys don't know, because Kiko's been playing with Monkey now. Is Monkey in chat? Motherfucking
He's the only one that'll play Apex with me.
Motherfucker, Monkey asked me point blank. I said, Monkey, if you streamed more, I would sub to you. I told Monkey that to his face, and Monkey says, is that a challenge? And then I said, yeah, it's a motherfucking challenge because he's really good. At shooters, Monkey is really good, and when you watch him, he's entertaining. And he said, is that a challenge? I said, yeah, it's a challenge. Guess what? He didn't meet the challenge. He streamed like one time that whole month. And I was like, I'm not subbing to you. Maybe not.
He has his reasons for that.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying he has to. I'm just trying to prove a point. I'm not going to sub to you if you're not going to provide me with the entertainment. I say that. So now here I am telling you I can't provide you with those hours. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Just what is going on? I have bitch. Shut the fuck up, bro. And who was that? Dusthawk. You guys are stupid. I like you already. You can't buy me off. You guys are more than.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
I can tell you whether you do it or not is irrelevant to me, but I can tell you. I can tell you that your man boobs are turning me on right now. What? Whether you have man boobs or not, I can say whatever the hell I want. Your man boobs turn me on right now. All right?
Oh my god.
Look at you sucking on that bottle. I'm imagining something else. Even though mine is smaller, I'm thinking about it. What? What? I told you. Oh, I want the hype train emote. There is no emote. It's a level 2. You'd probably get like, oh yeah, you probably get 1. I think level 5 you get like 3. I don't fucking know. Faye with the biddies, you're too kind. Shut up. Check out Mr. Ill as well. Monster Hunter streamer extraordinaire getting into his VTuber there, which I disagree with, by the way, Mr. Ill. I know what Mr. Ill looked like, and I've seen his raps. I feel like, the fuck are you doing? You're stupid. I don't even smoke. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody can check out everybody. Sicktastic as well. A very underrated streamer if you're very big in Magic the Gathering. Very big on Magic the Gathering. That is Sicktastic's jam. He's been playing some Lost Ark as well. He did Elden Ring one time, and just like me, we got our ass kicked enough within those 4 hours that we don't want to play it again until a walkthrough is out. I'm not ashamed to say it.
That's pussy talk.
I seen you die 6 times to the same guy. Shut the fuck up. Pussy
yeah,
talk.
I could die 6 times. You know what I didn't do? I didn't give up.
Oh, there you go.
Because I don't know the meaning of quit.
I mean, you're playing 7 Days to Die. Go play some Elden Ring.
I'll do it right now. Let's go.
Don't. I mean, I'm about to go eat, so I'm not gonna watch you. Kiko's over here like, you guys are stupid. You guys are stupid. See,
no,
she goes.
Food.
She's talking about
food,
sushi, right? Oh my god. And Gengar says, "Yeah, I need a controller. Get a controller."
The only way I can order food is if a pay was to make me food right now.
Is that how you order?
But home cooked food is always better.
It's called Alt F4 plus uninstall. Oh my god. All right, let's get back on topic. Streaming mental health. And let me start first by saying the reason why I brought this up. And I don't know if you guys are on Twitter like I am. I'm on Twitter because of restock alerts. I have 2 PS5s, so they work, okay?
Damn, you got 2?
Yeah, one for me, one for Michelle. I got Michelle that for Christmas. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I worked hard on that shit. I was at 4 a.m. looking at Twitter. Restock, Target, ordered it.
Wait, what is Michelle playing? I want to play a game
She's playing Horizon Forbidden West. She's playing Forbidden West. Yeah,
she doesn't play multiplayer games, huh?
None that I know of. She doesn't do shooters, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, she doesn't do shooters. But yeah, I don't want to share. So I got her a PS5. I have not got a Series X, and I want one. I don't care if you don't like Xbox. I do. I like it all. On Twitter, there's a lot of streamer Twitter. To me, is hilarious because as you scroll, I see what other people like. And then I always see streamers talk about, I'm taking a mental health day. Hey guys, I'm taking a break from streaming, blah, blah, blah. Or I'm not in the right headspace, I'm not in the right thing. And it comes from a place of ignorance, and I'm very open to say it. I don't know what that means. Because if we're talking about work ethic, I've gone to work with a headache. I've gone to work with a migraine. I've gone to work sick. Pre-corona, of course. And I do what I have to do. So I find it hilarious that content creators, I didn't say streamers, content creators who do this full time, say stuff like that to me because to me, it's just like work. The way I treat my nursing career is the same way a content creator would treat their work because that's how they put food on the table, right? So to me, why would you say that? Like I go to work on my fucking, if I have a headache, because I got to put food on the table. You get what I'm saying? It's work ethic.
Do you have do you have sick days?
I do, but I don't have to say I've never said.
You have vacation days.
I do. It's not the same thing.
As long as they're
No,
not
it's
doing.
not. Stop.
Like,
It's not the same thing.
if
You're
they're
not.
making
There is
enough-
no PTO or sick time on Twitch. There's no
If
retirement.
they
There's
are
no medical,
making-
dental, vision.
If they're making enough money off of it, and they have videos scheduled to come out, because you can do that on certain platforms.
Schedule
Honestly,
videos.
there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it necessarily.
It's not taking the day off is not my issue that I'm saying. I'm saying calling it a mental day. I don't know what that means. So if you want to school me on it, by all means.
There's a
By all means. What is a mental day? What is not right in this? I'm not in the right headspace. What does that mean? I've gone to work pissed off, but I still do my job. I've gone to work with a migraine, and I don't want to talk to nobody. I still do my job.
With that mentality, I will go ahead and say right now, I don't particularly understand it myself, because like I will go to work absolutely wanting to strangle my supervisor. So I don't exactly have the right mindset for it. That's the reason why I force my content creation to be in line with what I do with my regular work career, because I see it as just valuable.
Hold on, Dust. The song is playing because Kiko didn't want to hear you talk, so I didn't hear anything you just said. All I heard was music.
Thank you, Kiko.
I was like, I can't hear anything Dusk is saying. Freaking weenie. And she's muted. Is she muted? Nice. She's making lip noises. Yep, she's making lip noises. Still muted.
All right, so
Go ahead. Oh, repeat what you said. Appreciate you. Kiko.
Okay, so from the mindset of a content creator, and the mindset of somebody who works a 9 to 5, or an 8 to 4, whatever you want to fucking call it, I tie my work ethic into what I do as a streaming career. I absolutely fucking hate having to miss stream times. Like, it fucking bothers me mentally. And it's because I have that same mentality of, if I was to miss my regular job, I would be punished for it.
Okay.
I force myself to go to these because it isn't about whether or not I'm feeling good. It's a matter of what amount of effort am I willing to put. Now, some people, they put on a performance. Like, say, like, for example, Dream Warrior.
Love that guy.
He does this as his career, but let's say for example, Dream Warrior was doing a 9 to 5 as well, and also doing this as a career.
I'd respect them even more.
Yeah,
that's a hard thing to do.
Me too, because imagine going 8+ hours a day and then coming back and then saying the button is on, and then you just fucking crank it out for another 3 to 5 fucking hours.
Which he does.
6 hours. It's very hard to do. I manage 3 to 4 hours at the level that I do it at, and it's because I stay with my normal conversation. I can't imagine doing what he fucking does.
Okay.
I'll be 100% honest with that. I cannot even imagine performing at the level of what he does.
You might be more drunk than me. I'm talking about. Does he say he needs a mental health day? Hold on.
Well, like he's a streamer who really advocates for mental health. I advocate for mental health, and it's because I am. And I don't talk about this with stream a lot. I don't talk about this with a lot of people. The person I talk to about it the most is Faye, honestly.
Okay.
I am extremely depressed.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, they want to put me on medication. I can't afford the medication.
Okay.
You're on
the ADHD medication.
I am on the ADHD.
Does that help if you?
But that's not for depression.
Okay, but if you
it helps me stay on task at my job, which determines
so that's
my
why you
employment
choose
status.
that one instead of the. Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask that.
I have to pick my poison.
Okay.
The otherwise, without my depression medication, for lack of better terms, I want to, as the children on TikTok say, I want to unalive myself every single day.
Okay.
Even right now.
Idle hands is the devil's work. I feel like jumping into work would be.
That's why I stay extremely busy.
Being busy is great.
Yeah,
I think being busy is good because you're productive. You're doing something something.
Like the only reason why I'm on therapy.
The fact that you said it right now, you're in your head, right? So get out of your head, go do something else. I think that's good on you.
Yeah. That's the reason why I'm in therapy. It's because the only reason why I'm in therapy, it's not because I'm paying for it. It's because my workplace is paying for it.
Are you depressed if you get your dick sucked?
There's nothing wrong
I'm not.
with
Okay,
therapy.
Faye, you need to suck some dick. Like that's how you stop the depression. Kiko, don't smirk. Don't judge other people's
I went to school for
solutions.
psychology,
Okay, I
so
swear. To God. You were a psych major?
Yeah,
were you
I was.
also a bartender for 7 years?
That's my degree.
I what now? Wait,
Were
what?
you also
What'd
a
you say?
bartender for 7 years? I'm just kidding.
No, I was never a bartender.
You know how many psych majors?
Funnily enough, funnily enough, I have a pre-med degree, and I have a sociology minor because I was going into psychiatry.
Okay, that's not
can't
funny
fucking do
enough.
it.
How was that funny?
I work with computers.
I don't make
Because
fun of
I'm not
anybody going to
using it.
school. I think
I'm
school is a good
working
choice.
because I work with computers.
I mean, you have a love for that too. You like that.
I sure do,
You
but
like-
I can't
you
do
like
anything with my degree. Anyway, besides the point. Mental health is extremely important. However, whenever it comes to mental health, and this is the reason why I don't agree with a lot of shit that's happening in the mental health field, they want to cater to specifically feelings as opposed to one overriding truth, and that is there is a level of get the fuck over it.
Give me an
There
example.
is. You can feel bad about something all you fucking want, but unless you're willing to put forth the effort to sit there and get over it, it don't fucking matter how
Yes.
bad you feel.
Okay, I get that. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. I get that.
Exactly. If you're
Like,
not willing to go to a therapist or a psychologist or anything,
And
or
exactly. And it's not even just going to a therapist.
no, it's not.
It's also saying that my issues do not directly affect my right to act any certain way, and saying I have to be better than what I feel like. And that's where the mentality of streaming comes in. You have to be able to sit there and say, it doesn't matter how I fucking feel sometimes. What matters is if I want to make this a fucking career, it doesn't matter how I fucking feel. I have to get up there and I can be honest about how I feel. It's a lot harder to do if your entire career is based off of a performance. If you're very organic with the way that you talk about it, if you're very organic and you're very honest about how you feel about everything, if everything you do is extremely close to your personal way of acting and the personal way of presenting yourself, then you can be a lot more honest about it and you don't have to put on a performance. You can just be you.
I agree with that.
That is very hard to do for content creators whose entire career is based on a performance.
I agree with that, but also like for me,
but I don't knock the person who's putting on a performance. Because that's part of their
I don't
because it's hard.
Their work ethic.
It is
they put in the time.
It is the job.
Yeah.
It's like people who go in angry as hell, fucking sad as hell, absolutely fucking emotionally and mentally destroyed, and go into a restaurant where they have to be a waiter and say, "Hey, welcome to Applebee's. Can I take your order?"
Okay, I got you. I agree with that 100%.
It's about the grind. And that's what it is at the end of the day. It's about a fucking grind. It's how much effort, how much of your soul are you willing to drive into your fucking goal? And are you willing to accept failure as an option?
So I mean, at times failures are good things because I mean, some people have failed and turned that into success. So I guess
failure has the opportunity to be constructive to those who are willing to look inward.
Absolutely.
I'm only looking at
it's
that
about the
question
mindset
related to
100%.
streaming, and yes, because I don't think it's a failure.
That's not just fucking streaming. That's anything in life. If you are not willing, if you are doing something, let's say Jason wanted to be a world-renowned pianist and would not laugh at the idea that pianist sounded a lot like penis.
I laugh.
Then
I'm laughing at that.
I love it. I laugh at the idea.
If he's willing to sit there and damn it.
I don't know what you're trying to get at right now.
Stay with me. I have a point.
Okay.
God damn it.
If you're willing to sit there and do everything that it fucking takes to get to that world-renowned status, if you are not willing to accept failure as an option, if you are willing to sit there and say, I might have messed up on this. What can I fucking learn from it? If you're willing to go above and beyond one day what you were able to do the day before, then success is guaranteed. If you're always doing better one step, it doesn't matter whether you're walking, crawling, or running. As long as you're moving forward, that's what fucking matters.
Okay, but now you're talking about motivation and work ethic. Are you trying
That's
to cover
what it
that
is?
Up? You're covering
How
up.
else?
You're covering up the mental health aspect of it because I read
What?
I read what Mr. Ill said. All right.
What did
As a
Mr. Ill say?
guy,
What was I-
as a guy dealt with depression, I'm taking a mental health day because I don't want people to see I'm depressed. I cried a lot when I'm depressed. Okay, so he's taking the mental health day because he just doesn't want people to see him sad. Okay, that is what I understood.
That's what sick days are
Is
for.
that what you're telling me? A lot of these guys who take a break on stream do?
We don't know. Everybody's different. Like we can't
Yeah,
sit
everybody
here
is
and
different.
say that everybody processes their emotions because they don't. Some people want to be alone when they're not feeling well. Some people don't want to be on a camera. Some people
Agreed.
will be on a camera and tell people, "Hey, I'm not feeling the best today." Like it just depends on the certain person. Not everybody's going to think the same. Not everybody's going to have the same mindset.
100%. Like, for example,
It's not the mindset I'm looking at, it's the reasoning for it, right? Because I've never used that term before. What I mean, do you tell people, Mr. Ill, I'm gonna take a mental health day? Or you just say, you know what, I don't feel like streaming right now because I'm not, I'm feeling depressed. I don't want you guys to see that. Because that's how I would have said it. That's how I would have said it.
I feel sick. That's what I say. I feel
You
sick.
know what I mean?
Because whenever you really think about it, mental illness is a sickness. If it's really affecting you, and I honestly can't say that I've had, well, I could say one time. And it's because I could not think about anything else than a gun barrel.
Mm-hmm. But
That's
then
the
you don't.
only thing
You're not saying that there's a reason to not stream though, are you?
I'm saying that because it wasn't an issue. Like, it wasn't an issue of being able to do most of anything, honestly. And I hate to say it like that, and I hate to seem weak about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's weak, but the main concern was how it's said, right?
I just say that, like, whenever I say it, I say that I'm not feeling good today.
Okay.
I'm sick today.
Okay.
Because physical illness, such as something like the coronavirus or the flu or the cold or stomach virus, they're society-wise more valued than mental issues.
You're not wrong.
No, he's not.
You're not
Especially
wrong.
for men. Like I will straight up say this too because I have male friends who go through depression and stuff and they don't want to talk about it and it's hard for them, And
It is.
sometimes
It
I
is.
feel like with males, when you guys are depressed, you don't want to talk about it, or maybe it's harder for you guys to talk about it than it is for women.
It's such a
you know?
powerful word that I don't like using it. I can say I feel depressed, but I don't believe I'm depressed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
I can feel
there's
depressed.
there's a difference between being sad and being depressed, and
Yeah. So,
the difference between the two is like explaining a color to somebody who's colorblind. You don't have a frame of reference to explain it to them.
okay.
And like for me, and we're gonna get really dark for a second. With me, like I said, I have ADHD. My mind runs in 30 different directions. And the way I described it to my therapist, I'm in the middle of a crowded gymnasium and I can hear all the conversations around me, except for like, whenever you're in the middle of like a gym or something like that, or in the middle of a concert, you hear a whole bunch of white noise because there's 1,000 different people talking at one time.
That's racist. Why are you calling it white? What about black people? What about...
If I could reach through the camera and slap you, you would have received it. And the closest thing to me at any given time is blow your brains out.
In a gymnasium that you feel because you could hear all the conversation.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm like really good at my job.
I mean,
because I'm thinking
this is some dark stuff as you're saying, but I'm going to spit facts. You said you can't afford the medication, right? Because it's too much. You're taking the medication that helps you with work.
I take the medication that makes it to where I can keep my drive.
Keep your job and keep food on the table. I respect that. But I also pointed out that do you get depressed while you're getting your dick sucked? And I feel like we found a very natural solution in Faye sucking some more dick and that you don't need the medication. I'm just trying to...
She can't do it at work? Let's be real.
I'm just trying to help out and it saves you money.
I appreciate
I'm throwing
your
it out
attempting
there.
help.
I feel
Now,
like this is the best solution to the immediate problem at hand. Just
back
saying.
to the serious. Back to the serious conversation.
I was being dead ass serious too. Like I mean, you answered your problem. You don't feel depressed when you get your dick sucked. So I feel
Yeah,
like we
but
found a
that's not.
solution.
It's not like she's gonna do that 24/7. You know,
Nah,
like.
but once a day is
I
pretty
know,
good. Once a day is pretty.
That's not enough. I walk away 30 minutes later going, "Why am I alive?"
But with anybody, like I know people who have suffered for some trauma and they take sexual, encounters as like a form of release. But after that's done, like they're still stuck with the depression. Like it doesn't go away. It's just a temporary fix. Like
Yeah, like
it just doesn't go out the window because you're releasing.
You're putting a band-aid on a gaping wound.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And like literally I don't talk about this very often, so everybody who's in here feel privileged. You're welcome. You get an inside look at my life. There is not a single hour where I do not think about being dead.
Well, that's
It's
deep.
a real thing that a lot of people deal with.
I know it's a real. I know it's a
It
real
is.
thing, and I'm good. I'm happy that you're going through therapy.
The reason, and the therapy isn't even really helping in that regard. It's helping me vent. But at the end of the day, the only thing that keeps me going is my drive.
Okay.
And that's the drive because I don't care about myself. I do not care about myself at all. I care about other people. And I'm not willing to put myself in any situation that's going to be a detriment to other people, such as Faye,
I can
such as
respect
family
that.
members. I'm willing to suffer so other people do not.
Michelle, grab that. I
And-
think that's what being a man is right there. I like that.
That's the thing. It's suffering so other people do not.
Grosu, I seen you. We were talking about you earlier. I'll talk about you in a second.
I
Keep going.
suffer for Faye. I suffer for my little
Love.
sister, who also has to deal with similar issues than what I'm dealing
Love.
with. I suffer from it. It's because I love them more than I love myself. I hate myself. I love them, and I'm willing to
about
suffer to no extent. There is no limit to how much I'm willing to suffer for those people that I love.
Suffering right now. I got that reference, Faye. Oh my God.
I love you, Faye. And when it comes back to that, I tie my streaming to my work ethic, which is my willingness to suffer for other people.
I assume Dust is the type that doesn't ask for help. You would assume right. I get the same.
You are 100% correct. I absolutely fucking hate admitting that I can't do it by myself. If I'm working a 9 to 5, if I'm working 40 hours a week, which I do, I hate accepting help. And it's because if I accept help, I'm not doing it myself, and that destroys my self-esteem, and I spiral. Now, do I tell anybody that I'm spiraling, aside from maybe Faye? No, I do not.
I'm the same way, but not for the same reason. Clearly, I want the credit, and if you're talking about work
I
and
agree,
you wanna get the raise at work, you got to be able to say I did it by myself with no help, because it makes me look better than somebody else. Now we all work as a team at work, but we don't get the same raise.
Soul brought up a very interesting thing. There was a point where I was homeless.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Yeah, ate rice and ketchup.
And,
That's Bryson. If
like,
he's in here, I took a shit in the trash can.
And it's a lot of my drive to actually want to do content creation. I never want my life
Exactly
or
so.
anybody or the life of my family to be directly correlated to somebody's vindictiveness. And I do have a vindictive supervisor. Almost every single job I've ever worked, my supervisor's a dickhole. And it's
Okay.
and I've for a long time I sat there and
Stop.
thought,
Hold on,
maybe
I'm gonna backtrack here. We talked one time about you getting another job. What happened to that?
I'm like, they haven't called me back about it. I'm still working on it.
Go call them. Usually there's a 7-day rule. I usually follow up. I mean, I haven't had a new job in
I probably
7
need to.
years.
I'll
But
I'll
7
look
days?
at that on.
I'll call
I'll
again.
actually look at that tomorrow. Now that you think about it.
Hey,
Thank
my
you.
name is Duskhog. I had an interview with blah 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 last week, and I'm actually just calling to follow up because I believe that the interview turned out great, and I haven't received an update on the potential job opening. Blah 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 blah. That's it.
Well, the thing is, the job is seasonal, so I don't know if they're going to be too keen on keeping me on. If anything, they'd probably keep me as a retainer, which
Okay.
would be pretty good, honestly. But regardless, let's back to the point. I don't like my future being tied to somebody else's discretion. I want it to be tied to how hard I'm willing to work.
I agree with
that.
that.
I respect
If
that.
I'm
the same
willing,
way.
Same.
if I'm willing to fucking work myself into the fucking dirt, I want to be rewarded accordingly.
As you should.
And the only person
Annual
who is
evaluation.
and the only one that is ultimately able to do that, because most jobs don't fucking care. There's a dynamic of the employee wanting to do the least work and the employer wanting to do the most work for an employee. Dynamic that's going on. The only one who's going to sit there and be able to ultimately do that is myself, which is why I like the idea of content creation, or maybe even opening my own business, working on computers or doing IT tech support.
I don't know if content creation leads to less.
It's not even the idea. Like, I want it to be directly correlated to how much work I'm willing to put in.
Because I feel like the ones that complain about it the most are streamers.
That complain about what now?
The reason why
they're a mental day or dealing with mental health.
Maybe because they have other stuff going on in their life that we don't know about, that they don't want to talk about. We don't know. That's the thing. Like, we don't know.
We also don't know if that's the same thing to a lawyer or a fireman, but you don't see them complaining about it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Jason, I work 40 hours a week. I stream. Would you have known that, unless I was to tell you, that I constantly want to end everything, every single hour, every single day, had I not told you?
No. Yeah, if you never told me, I would have never known.
That's the thing. You don't know what everybody's struggle is. And
what's their struggle got to do with my statement of most streamers complain about it more than any other profession?
Because they might have struggles that we're not aware of. Just
but not being aware of it has nothing to do with mentioning it. That same statement could be said about firemen, but we don't see firemen complaining about mental health as much as streamers complain about mental health.
Maybe because they're not as vocal about it and they internalize that and don't talk about it. Like, everybody's different when it comes to that.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Why are streamers more vocal about it is my question.
The reason why streamers are more vocal about it is, one, they're vocal. You don't call a firefighter because you want to talk to them. You want to call them because they're, dealing with something that's going on. You're not talking to a firefighter to ask how their mental health is doing. You're talking to a firefighter because you have a fire. You don't call a plumber to ask how they're doing. You're asking them to fix something. With a streamer, you're talking to them and getting to know them as a person. It's a friendship at the end of the day when you really think about it. So whenever you say, well, how are you doing? And they go, well.
With the streamer? Not always, but I can see what you mean.
We're talking about community. We're not talking about, a thing where you're paying taxes for them to do their job. You're talking to them because you're a friend at the end of the day. Because that's the big goal.
I have to agree with you. Because sometimes you don't want to be part of that community.
We're talking about us as, like, if you were talking about your community, would you talk about the people that aren't part of your community? No, you're talking about your community. You're talking about people like Sick. You're talking about people like
we
Kiko.
can talk about people who aren't
You're talking
part
about
of the community.
You're talking about me. You're talking about Mista. You're talking about
that's subjective, because if you told me let's talk about people who aren't part of your community, we could name some, and we can say why.
Well, I'm saying, like, those are the people who care about your content creation. We're talking about your community. New people coming in aside, which will eventually come whenever you're streaming and you're, actually putting out content. The people who care about you at the end of the day are the people who are part of your community. I've had people in my community, whenever I'm running into the dirt, because I'm running on fumes, when I'm absolutely running into the dirt, I still want to get up and stream because I feel like I'm failing otherwise. The same way that you say, hey, I'm not putting in 20 hours a week, do not sub to me. That's the way that I am. I'm like, if I'm not streaming these days, I do not deserve your attention. I do not deserve your time. And
I don't deserve your money. I never said attention or time. I said
that's the way I look at it.
Because I value money very highly because I know what it's like to be broke. That's why I don't believe people who
too.
say, "Oh, money doesn't buy happiness." You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Because my man Dusker could use some money to get some medication, and we'd be a lot happier. Like you can't tell me that. Shit. You've
honestly,
never
I probably
said,
would.
yeah. You can't.
My
People who
doctor
say
is-
like I've never money doesn't buy happiness is a fucking liar. Because I know
My
what it's like
doctor
to be
is-
broke.
Trying to force me to go into medication, and so yeah, we do run into that issue. However, at the end of the day, I have people in my community saying, "Shut the fuck up. Go take a break, man. Like you do enough as it is. You work 40 hours a week. You work on your house. You make sure that Faye is okay.
That's good.
Like
Are
I'm
you
willing to
hearing this,
suffer."
Faye? Are you hearing this, Faye? I'm about to call Faye out again. You hearing this right now? This is the part where me and Michelle will fight right now. Let's say heart condition because I'm fat and overweight, right? I'm fat and overweight. I'm gonna switch it up here. If I said, hey, I need a little bit more money so I can get some heart medication, I tell Michelle, you need to fucking get a job. Not saying, let's say she didn't have a job. Right? I'm just trying to use as an example of it. Go get a job. Go get. I need heart medication. If you could just take one bill away from me, take the internet bill, that'd be enough for me. But you told me you don't want to do that because you make enough to provide for Faye, and now you're telling me a different story today.
I am making enough.
You're making a different. Because I'm
No.
repeating what you said.
Let's put this in perspective. I keep the house afloat.
That is what you said. That is what you said. I take it back. But I misunderstood.
Keep the house. I keep the house afloat, and I keep her okay. I don't fucking care about myself.
No, you can't say that though, because you guys are a team. That's where I disagree with you.
Like, and that's fine.
That's where I
She's
disagree with
she's going through a lot of shit right now, and I told her because she, and this is delving into our personal life a little bit. She cried to me. Saying
Don't until she says, "Oh my god."
No. Here we go.
I'll say don't until she's okay with it. You fucking idiot.
No, I'm not gonna go into specifics. But she cries and said that she wished she could do more. And I say, shut the fuck up.
Because you don't want to ask for help.
Go through therapy. Take care of yourself. Because the sooner that you get yourself taken care of, you can help. Because until then, you're going to suffer. And I refuse to watch her suffer. Because I'm suffering. I will not have her do it at the exact same time. Period, in a sense. Because I'm willing to suffer while other people don't.
That's all well and good, but now you're doing the thing that I think is detrimental. You're trying to do it all yourself, man. You a team.
Oh, I agree that
You
we're
a
a team.
team.
Whenever
You're trying to
I
put it
go
on your
out,
shoulders.
I
I
do
don't agree with that.
everything. It's like what we were talking about. Was I talking about this? I was not talking about. This was a different conversation with a different person. If I'm going out and I'm doing all of everything that keeps the house running, which is getting the water, electricity, making sure we don't lose the house.
Bills is paid. Okay.
I expect to come back to food. That's all I ask for.
There you go.
For instance, I just want a meal.
I like that.
That's all I ask for. I don't even care if necessarily it's clean. As long as it's not like
meal is dirty?
If there's no rats, if there's no
Oh,
bugs,
that's what you meant. I thought she just gave you like a trash can PB&J. I'm like, what the fuck?
no.
Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Okay, yeah.
As long as everything is clean,
I'm also buzzed.
clean enough not to have rodents, no bugs. As long as I have food, that's all I fucking care about. As long as she does food and I'll go ahead and say there's number 2, laundry. That's all I ask for.
Okay.
And if she needs help with any of that, I'll help. Because I understand what she's going through. I will not go into details. She said it in chat. She has CPT SD.
She put that in the big capital letters. Let me read that. Let me read.
That's complex PTSD. She's had a lot of shit happen to her. She's going through therapy for it. I will disclose nothing else. She's going through hell. And I'm going to support her in every single way that I can. Because
what's CPTSD? I know.
Complex PTSD.
What makes it complex?
The amount of shit that's happened to her.
Okay.
I do not feel comfortable disclosing this.
I didn't ask you. Don't worry.
No.
I'm the least nosy person. Ask Chariot. But don't ask Chariot because he's a fucking Gemini and he likes to gossip. That's what he told me in the car. I'm not even joking.
Wait.
He literally
Gemini?
said that to me.
Is Chariot part of the Cosmic Crystal Clan?
Hold on. I am pretty intense therapy. Wait, I am in a pretty intense therapy regimen. I stream to try to cope with my brain at times, but I also have to turn it off, be that stream or life or anything around me. So I really relate with that. Take a deep breath and hit the go live button. When I said that, I meant that. Well, I meant that for Dream. I know what you're referring to, but yours would be different. But I can see the release and the relief from streaming to get away from stuff. Yeah. I mean, I play video games long before streaming was ever a thing. I played video games to live a different life. That's why I like games like Mass Effect or Dragon Age.
She doesn't provide a paycheck in the traditional sense. She does stuff on a commission basis where she's able to supply help. And that's fantastic. With them I told her 100%, it's not necessary. I can provide everything as long as she takes the time that she needs to get better.
Okay, Sicktastic says use a different version, Dustcock. What are you talking about, Sick? You should have company in the streets. You're right. Yeah. I don't know what you mean, Sick. And Kurosu, you were in here. I was talking about you earlier because Kurosu, I told everybody, I said, when we were playing GTA and I told you to shut the fuck up, you didn't talk to me for like a year. But I never banned you. I was trying to say that, like, even though you didn't talk to me for like a year, I never banned you. You were never banned in this channel. And I was using that as an example for what I was saying to Sick and Paige. And I said, we just shoot the shit, you come back. Your point on it, or how you felt about it, was on your end, right? Because I always say it, it's not my business how you feel about it. Your feelings is your feelings, right? So I want to let you know that we were talking about it. And I say, hey, I told Kurosu one day, shut the fuck up in GTA. He didn't talk to me for like a year. And now we talking to him. But he was never banned. And I was saying that because Paige is not banned in this channel, Sick. And that's the same example I'm using. She want to come back, she can come back. If she don't want to, I don't give a shit. You get what I mean?
Sick. The reason why I used FaZe because she's the one who directly influences my day-to-day life.
Okay. That's what you mean. I didn't wait to explain CPTSD. Don't use FaZe version. Okay, no, that's fine. I didn't know what it was because I know PTSD. We have friends who are in the military, and I'm talking about guys who hear bombs in their head. So I was like, but they don't say CPTSD.
So like honestly, FaZe therapist thinks that I have PTSD.
Okay.
Because of the upbringing I had.
He's the professional, or she's the professional.
Had a lot of really violent things happen in my day-to-day life whenever I was growing up, and it makes me very paranoid, and so I hyperfixate and I think very far ahead, and I always try to plan for every single situation that I can. That's because I never want to be put into a second circumstance where I am caught lacking. So
lacking as a man or lacking to provide?
Lacking in any fucking regard.
Okay.
Provide, when it comes to being a man, providing is in the same thing for me.
Oh, when I said as a man, I was thinking like sexually or pleasing, because I'm also a firm believer that that's important.
Oh, I
know I make a lot of jokes about it. I mean, let's cut the bullshit.
Whenever I say lacking, I mean finance, like
relationship.
We're about to get ready to go into some social issues here. As men we're expected to provide, and as worth, most of our value comes from how much we can provide financially, and
that's what we're measured as men. That's what we're measured as. Yeah.
So whenever it comes to it, how much money can I bring? What kind of roof can I put over your head? How secure are you going to be financially in all those regards?
Okay.
That is the shit that we are measured to as men. And that's not even talking about if we're willing to sit there and listen to how much our women are willing to complain about something and how well we can perform sexually. These are
that's also a measure.
Yeah, these are indisputable analytical facts that men are measured to in society, in America specifically, and most likely other places.
That's true.
Today,
1 minute men exist, 30-second men exist. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. I get it.
The suicide and workplace mortality rates for men are 4 to 3 times higher than women. And it's because, 1, we go into professions that are a lot more dangerous, and 2, because women are allowed to express themselves emotionally and mentally a lot more than what men are allowed to. And it's because, as men, we are expected to be cornerstones.
I don't know if allowed is the word I should say. I feel like women are more vocal, sure, but it's not like we're not allowed. We just don't.
There are women, and like, if this is not something you've faced, I am 100% happen for you. But as men, a lot of us are not expected to have a lot of emotional responses. We are expected to be strong at all fucking times. We are not expected to be weak. We are expected to be strong at all fucking times. We don't have emotional response to things. We come up with solutions.
Okay.
We are solution-based creatures.
Okay.
If your woman comes to you and she's very manic about something that has happened unexpectedly, what do you say? Do you freak out with her, or do you say,
Well,
we'll
I
figure it
ask,
out?
what's wrong? And then I'll decide after if it's something to freak out about.
do you freak out about it to the point where you can't fucking do anything, or do you work out how you're going to fucking fix it?
Oh, we gonna fix it. Yeah, we gonna fix it.
Damn fucking right.
We-
That's how
we-
you
we
look
gon-
at
we
it,
gon' fix it.
and it's because me and
Yeah.
you are the same mindset.
No, but I don't want you to think that I automatically. I'm gonna ask first. Like, why are we yelling? What's going on? You know,
Yeah,
where's the fight?
but we're older men.
But we're
we
not
understand.
just gonna be like, ah! You know, when she scream, I scream, ah! You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna ask. All right, I got
Exactly. We're going to figure out how we're going to fix
you.
it,
And then
if
we'll
we can't
decide
fix it-
after if I'm gonna panic with you or we can fix the problem. If there's a
Yeah.
fire in the house, you know, fire extinguisher not gonna fix this fire. We both running out. We gonna scream. You know what I mean? Like, that's the solution.
Fire in my house. What do? I run downstairs. I rip the stove from the fucking wall, and I
Shut up,
unplug it.
Well, I'm
like,
just saying,
all right,
solution
this
based.
is not a problem
There you go.
anymore.
No, I
I
get it.
poured fucking salt on it, dyed it out, and I was like, all right,
I get it.
there's not a problem anymore. We'll get a new stove. Problem
But I
solved.
don't- I
Now
don't
walk
wanna-
upstairs.
I don't want to jump and say I agree with you about we're not allowed, because allowed is such a powerful word. I think men are allowed to express themselves. We just don't. We just don't.
The problem is the confines in what we were able to. How old were you when you met Michelle?
I was in nursing school, so I want to say 21.
Okay. How long have you been together since then?
13 years when we got married, yeah. 13 years.
Hell yeah, brother. Congratulations.
13 years.
Now with that,
Proposed at 11 years, by the way. I proposed him at 11 years. Over a decade.
okay. So, active at this point, and I'm going to include FaceTime in here.
Okay.
16 years of dating.
Oh, you guys
I
are
am
like
not-
high school sweethearts.
No. I'm not talking about I'm talking about 16 years career-wise of me dating. Let's say career-wise.
Okay.
I have only been able to be honest 100% emotionally with one fucking person, and she is in your chat right now. Without
That's
them,
well and good. What is the point we're getting at?
my point of being
Oh.
is men are not allowed to be emotional about stuff. So with this in regards to streaming, if they're able to be vocal with their community, with people who care about what their opinion and how they feel, a lot of them will. If they are not feeling 100%, if they're feeling extremely down, they will take that time with their community to be honest. And with that honesty, say, look, I'm not in it right now. I need a moment.
I don't know if I agree with you on that. You're saying in your community it's good to be open like this? I don't think that's good. With what you told me, what you're going through, I don't believe anybody should be opening up to you. Because you got your own bullshit to deal with. Yeah, some heavy ass bullshit.
Well, I do have some heavy ass bullshit.
Yeah, I don't
and
believe-
I deal
I
with
don't
it just
believe
fine
you
by
should be-
myself. But
I don't
just
think that's fine
saying,
at all, but
hey,
okay.
I need a day to do anything else.
Say
a
that.
lot of them are extremely understanding about it. Like there
As
was a day.
adults and, you know, being an older demographic, yeah, we would. I feel like somebody who would complain about it if they really wanted to watch you play 7 Days to Die or that GTA where you flew into the sky, that weird Jesus spawn or whatever. I feel like that's a younger person who would complain about that. To be
I don't know.
honest.
The younger generation cares more about mental health than what we do as the older generation.
I think you're using that term very loosely.
Am I?
Very loosely, because you can't convince me that those, let's say, in their teens, are going
In
to
Twitch,
as heavy,
the
as
general
heavy as you
idea-
are. I don't
the-
believe that.
the Twitch demographic for being, you know, mature, which is what me, you, and Kiko are a part of, is 18 years old, which means they were born in 2004.
I guess, yeah.
A lot of them care more about mental health than what a lot of people our age, which are born in
I'm not
90s
arguing. I'm
or
not
80s.
arguing about them caring more because it's them who talk about it the most. I'm saying I don't believe every person who has a mental health issue is dealing with the same level that you're dealing with at that age. I don't believe it.
Oh no doubt,
don't
no
believe
doubt. Like what I
And
deal
that's
with
why I don't
personally
acknowledge a teeny bopper's fucking issues with mental health when all they're dealing with is they're getting their phone taken away.
Well, what everybody's
is
issue
unfair.
is different to everybody else's. Like,
Yeah,
Sure, but I
okay,
can
so-
value it.
so
A lot of
let's-
people tell me all the time you can't compare trauma. It's like, yes, I can. I
Well, okay,
100%
let's put it this
can.
way. Everything is subjective. So me and you have both had to starve, yeah?
Starve? Sure.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
never
me and you
cried about
both
it.
went without food. Just
Yeah.
let's say it like that. Me and you have had to went without food. We've had to scrape.
I've had rice and soy sauce.
I've had
Rice and ketchup.
a Pop-Tart for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Me and you, we both
I
fucking
took a shit
understand it.
in a trash can. I used to pee in Gatorade bottles, but I took a shit in a trash
I
can.
mean, I don't live in a city, so I go up into the hills like a normal adult, but cool.
I don't know if this is the time to talk about what you guys went through, but I'm curious.
You
I
blacked
love
out.
you. But
No,
I
no,
just
you-
met you today, Dusk, so
you-
I've never.
No, your
heard this
mic cut out.
before.
I don't mean to cut you off. You cut out a little bit there.
Oh,
You good? You good?
No, I heard what you said. Go ahead.
You said, what did you guys go through? And then dot. I can't-
yeah. Like I have no idea what you both.
Oh,
went
I'm not.
through.
I
Like,
don't
just
have any.
met-
I don't have the same. I've never thought about killing myself. That's what you're asking me. That's why I said there's days where I feel depressed, but it's usually
No,
related
but I'm
to my
saying like
daughter.
the homeless thing. Like I don't know.
Oh, I got.
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
your stories.
No,
Like-
my dad died. I didn't work because dad. In order, let me go first. Here. What's up, Killer Angel?
I never knew that.
My dad's dead. Yeah. My parents are dead. I have a stepmom. So let me go first. I
My
don't want to
dad's
cut you
dead
off,
too, so-
Dust. So my dad had to go through cancer treatment, but in order to keep my dad in the cancer treatment, my mom needed to work full time to keep him under the insurance. So while she's working full time, dad got worse. She couldn't stay at home and take care of him. So they got help from the Philippines. They weren't any help because the cousin that came over was female, and apparently they didn't tell me. She had a problem showering my dad because she didn't want to see him naked. So my dad would go days without getting showers. She didn't help him take a piss, so my dad would get wet in a diaper because she didn't want to hold his dick to take a piss. I found that out later. Had a fight with her. Fuck her. Tried to get her deported. I had to help my dad, so I didn't work for a year. All right. So I didn't know it lasted that long, but I didn't work
Understandable.
for a year. So I helped him. I wasn't earning any money. When dad died, this is what I say. In terms of me being broke, I used up whatever savings I had. It wasn't that much, but it was over 10 grand. It was gone. Wanted to help out mom too. I helped with the gas because I had to drive him to his appointments, all that other shit. So when he passed, there was no plan. Dad never had he never had a plot.
Right.
You know what I mean? He never. That's one of the things with my daughter. It's like dad left my mom and myself nothing. Not that I'm saying dad should give me shit, but at least save the headache. You know, paying the funeral costs, getting the morgue, the viewing costs money, not just the actual
Right.
funeral because we got him cremated. And I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but cremating is cheaper than burying somebody.
It
Let's
is.
go ahead and say
It
that
is.
right now. But the viewing wasn't planned because all the money was just going through his appointments and stuff, and then keeping the bills afloat. Because even though you got cancer, you still got rent to pay.
Yeah.
And then when dad passed, I needed to go back to work, but I didn't get work right away. I don't know if my friend Bryson is in here, but Bryson's girlfriend at the time hooked me up with a job. I had my Camaro though, and that's when the year Kiko's from California. Not right now, but it was the time when gas hit $5 a gallon for the first time. If you remember, I would drive the
Yeah.
V8, V8 Camaro. I was like, holy shit. So I had to save my money again. I had no money, but I didn't want to bother my mom. Dad had just died. She's trying to get out of her apartment. I'm not going to try to live with my mom. Let mom move on and grieve on her own. So I was sleeping in the car.
Damn right.
Yeah, I was sleeping in a car, and it saved me gas because instead of driving all the way back, I would just stay at like a hotel parking lot. Walmarts were also 24 hours at the time. They don't have 24-hour Walmarts anymore, but I would rotate. Because if you stay at the same parking lot all the time, security tends
They're
to
gonna tell you.
notice. So 24-hour fitnesses, I had a Costco gym pass. The 2-year one, anybody do that? The 24-hour sport? I had the 2 years for $200. I would take showers at 24-hour fitnesses. I'd park at this 24-hour fitness. Then I'd go a different day and park at this 24-hour fitness. Best shape of my life. I worked mornings at the time thanks to Bryson's girlfriend at the time hooking me up with a job. I'd go to the gym, and since I'm already there, I might as well work out. So I do some cardio, then go shower, then go to work, come back. Michelle knew, but I'd stay at Michelle's house at night before I would have to leave and then go sleep in my car, just so I can kill time. Right?
Yeah.
So then Michelle just let me stay at her house.
How long did you do this for?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years. So I would
How old
rotate
were
parking
you?
lots.
Sorry.
Still in my 20s, because Dad died when I was 25.
Okay. My dad died when I was 21. Just
Yeah, my
wondering.
dad died when I was 25. I had a point to this. Yeah, you rotate. So I went to a different hotel. Hotels were good because you could literally just lean back in your chair, park where like the employees park. No one would bother you because then you would leave before any of the employees clocked out. I kept telling Bryson I'd stay at the Marriott, but it was the Marriott parking lot. Then I would stay at 24 hours. Then I would probably go to like a Denny's. You had to rotate. And that's when I was eating rice and ketchup. Because it'd be weird if I go to Michelle's house after and then I try to take food to go every fucking day. That'd be fucking weird. So on the weekend, she let me sleep there. We were already together for years by that time, so they didn't really care. That's my situation. So
And she knew what you were going through, right?
Oh yeah, but it's not her house to let me stay there forever. It's
right.
not her house.
But Michelle is a fucking saint, though. Like,
yeah, she knew.
for like being with you through that time, she's a fucking saint.
Oh yeah,
because there's some asshole people in this world that would have probably left that situation.
I wasn't
There were
good.
women that I have actively dated who, because my family didn't help me out financially, that they didn't think I was good enough while I was going through college.
Well, there's no family here. It's just me, my mom, and my brother. When I say brother, it's my stepbrother, and when I say mom, it's my stepmom. But I don't call her my stepmom. She's not.
Well, that's the thing.
You know
before
what I mean?
before certain ages, your worth is determined off how much your parents are willing to help you, specifically college wise. Yes, I've done entire research papers about this.
Who dictates that? Who wrote that? Who says parents help for you dictate?
I've done research papers about it. I've done the research
But
myself.
where are you getting this? Who's? I've never heard of that.
From my.
Because let me tell you right now, if my dad had the money, he would help me go to college. He didn't. I went to nursing school.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I asked Bryson
it's not
for
about
money.
how much your parents are willing to do. It's how much they do. That's an entirely thing by itself. But
no, I'm being honest. I've never heard that at all. I've never judged my parents. He just couldn't. Dad didn't speak a lick of English when he got here. I don't.
It's some women. They look at one thing. How are they going to be provided for? They don't want to provide for themselves.
I agree on that, but you took a huge tangent. I thought we were talking about how parents are judged on how much they're willing to help you. Then you went to females.
In college, that's what you had to be based off of. Because you don't have an income whenever you're in college a lot of the time because you're doing your studies. Now, like me and maybe you are different because like whenever I was in college, I worked 20 hours a week minimal. I don't know what your work schedule was whenever you were in school.
I didn't. I took whatever savings I had. I was staying in Corona at the time. And then we had the massive fire in Corona. Then I stayed in Michelle. I saved gas anyway. That 91 freeway was horrible. Okay. I know for anyone in California. I was by the 91. That was horrible. I didn't want to take it, so I just started sleeping in Michelle's place when she let me. Since we both went to the same school, I would just sneak into her room.
With me, I went to a school that did like 100% work study, so everybody did work. I worked double the amount of hours that the majority of other people would work, and then during the summer, I would work 80 hours a week.
Okay.
Damn.
I would literally wake up, go to work, go to sleep.
I get that.
I would do this for 3 or 4 months at a time.
I feel like that builds character right there. That built your work ethic, whether you know it or not. Internally, that built that work habit that you built on your own.
Wait. No fucking doubt on that.
Yeah, that's a good thing
but,
to me.
Like, it shows how much I'm willing to sit there and strive for success.
As you should. And then you should be rewarded for it. And you're 100% right. I'm going to cut you off. I didn't even know what that is, but I'm hungry now. Killer Angel, I appreciate you. You came in at the wrong time. What is Soul Funk talking shit? You're going to TwitchCon this year so Jason can buy us Korean barbecue. Kiko will be there. Same place we went to, Kearney Mesa. Yeah, we'll go to the same one. I want Korean barbecue. So see you at TwitchCon. Are you going?
Soul, don't be playing. You better be going.
No, it's not up to Soul. I'm looking at Killer because Soul is local. It's Killer who has to travel.
Is he gonna go? Is Soul going to TwitchCon?
I'm not going to the con. I'm not going to the con. But I will hang out with people outside of the con because I'll be in SD. But I'm not going to be in SD if no one coming. Let's jump on that. Says a lot about your character. So Killer Angel's not going? Oh my god. See, now if you don't go, he'll never hang out with me. You're my buffer, Killer Angel. Soul Funk near me, he don't want to hang out. What a weenie.
Appreciate that, Soul, by the way.
What does Soul say? Says a lot about your character. I don't know why'd you get knocked for. No, you wouldn't. I'm still jumping. I'm still trying to get him to talk about. You wrote a paper on it. I've never heard of it, about the whole parent thing.
I've done a lot of stuff. Like, so I had to have a sociology minor whenever I was in college because I was going into like mental, like I was going to psychiatry.
I'm just gonna say this right now. That must be a white family thing. That's gotta be a white family. No, the whole how much they're judged based on how much they help you. That's bullshit.
Well, so
I never judged my dad or my mom on that. I knew what their financial situation was, so I never put it on them to do so.
My my basis on this was talking about like I was looking at rates of depression and anxiety, and I measured that in terms of how much your parents could provide for you, what your education status was for your parents, and what your marital status or the living status of your parents. And what you come to find out is that if a mother has more education than a high school diploma, your rates of depression and anxiety skyrocket. And it's because the mother is more likely to put a lot more pressure on you to be a lot higher up economically than what your father is. Your father is just like, yeah, do your thing. As long as you're happy, that's cool. Just work. Like, it's very like, and fathers who are higher, and this is specifically in my area. This is in the Appalachian area where we have coal miners and electricians and linemen. That's pretty much the most lucrative jobs possible.
Meanwhile, Asian families, I said it already. I said, I feel like that's a white thing. Hold on.
They're more, like, it isn't even just white. Like, I'm fucking Native American, Bob.
So I was like, wait a minute. I've never heard this.
They're more likely, like, fathers who have less than a high school, like have a high school diploma, and even a bachelor's or lower, or more likely to sit there and support you with whatever is going to make you happy. If they have a master's or higher, they're like, go with whatever makes you money. And if the wife has a master's or higher, they're more likely to say, go with whatever makes you happy.
Dad had a high school diploma, but he moved to America for 2 jobs.
Now that's a little bit different. We don't have a lot of people who have immigrated in the area that I'm in.
I thought I got my work ethic from him because I remember him working 2 jobs. Yes, I do. I
You
came to America
probably
when I was
did.
7.
My dad has
He
worked
didn't speak
80
a lick of English, and he was working 2 jobs to try to make ends meet. And my mom had already died. He didn't remarry yet, so.
My
Yeah, I remember
dad
that clearly.
worked 80 hours a week in the coal mines in Kentucky. And I never saw him through the majority of my life, but I knew one thing.
I'm actually blown right now. I've never heard of that at all. Yeah.
That's specifically for the research that I've done.
No.
Might not be the
I
standard
disagree with
for
you,
all of
but
it.
I'm like, wow. Okay, never heard of that at all. I never put it on my parents at all to try to get them to help me. I knew what our financial situation was growing up.
I didn't really talk to my father and like really have a sit down conversation with him until I was 19.
What are you sitting down talking about? What was the conversation?
What I owe my parent and what I owe my children.
Your children?
What I owe my children whenever I have them. He said that I've done everything that I can for you. I've provided as much as I can. You had to do without after you got out, like once you started college, but while you were under my roof, I did as much for you as I can. And my only thing that I ask of you to do is do more for your kids than what I could do for you.
Oh yeah, Dad said something similar to me too, but not so much as deep. Dad never had shoes growing up in the Philippines. True story. He used to tell me, Grandpa never gave me shoes.
My dad talked to me about this.
No, but he told me, he said, okay, Dad, since he never got shoes growing up, Pops always said, I'm gonna make sure my kid always had shoes. So every school year, beginning of the school year, when we got new school supplies, I didn't always get a new backpack. I didn't always get new pencils, new pens, new notebooks. Sometimes I'd use the old notebook, but Dad always made sure I got new shoes.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
My
always
dad
made sure I got new shoes. That was
my
cool.
dad had 2 things, and it's because like to give an indication of how my dad grew up, he came back to his house whenever he was younger and said, whenever I was in school today, they taught me that the sun revolves, like the earth revolves around the sun. He had a chair broken over his back because his dad firmly believed that the sun revolved around the earth.
Okay.
That's the kind of man that my grandfather was.
Respectable. Never met mine. He died before I was
My grandfather was an absolute scumbag. He is directly responsible for the deaths of at least 4 of my friends.
Oh, okay.
That
went on a weird tangent. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm drunk.
Okay, 21 minutes.
Remember he said he was talking to me about how he grew up. He would have to go through garbage dumps. He would have to go through dumps to find food. Okay. He would have to hide in the mountains to avoid CPS.
Man, you say that shit because you live in fucking Far Cry, bro. God. I'm all deep into what you're saying, then you say
whenever I say I live in Far Cry, I'm not fucking joking.
Gotta hide from the fucking bear. What? I forgot.
And this is like... This is literally a good example of how you two like were homeless at one point, but went through 2 totally different situations.
We're talking about our upbringings right now.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Whenever it comes to our willingness to give up.
I'm not. No. I regret
but look
that.
at where you guys are now, though. Like that says a lot, like about your drive and your motivation. Like it really does.
I mean,
you didn't let it get the best
different.
of you, and look at you.
Well,
because you're talking life and outside of streaming. Because that whatever I grew up in, my upbringing has nothing to do with my streaming.
What are you fucking talking about? Like you refuse to accept anything less than like if you do less than 20 hours a week, you don't think you're worth the money.
That had nothing to do with my dad. That had everything to do with what a part-time job is and paying respect to that part-time job. I respect
because you value money because you were poor.
But the money on Twitch doesn't go. You guys are making me lose my mind. It goes to my daughter and the fucking raffle. And my raffles is bomb. My raffles is bomb. I'm not raffling you no goddamn fucking
your
stickers.
Raffles are pretty bomb.
I'm not getting you no fucking keychains. I'm getting you AAA title games. I goddamn shipped the Switch to GJ.
Because of our
we hit 300 subs, we're doing a PS5. Like, I'm not keeping that. Like,
because of our
and I do value money.
We have a lot of value for our time, our work ethic, and our money.
Don't waste my time. That's
I agree with that.
So, like, for me, in my example, my parents took in a lot of children. Right now, at my parents' house, there are 7 kids that have been taken out of situations.
Okay. I thought you had
that have been taken out of situations where their parents are extremely addicted to drugs and they were being actively, physically, or sexually abused. So, my parents have a bunch of kids at their house right now. And this was happening whenever I was 16, 17 years old. When I got up to 18 years old, I refused to take any money from my parents because, in my opinion, those children deserved every single amount of a childhood that I was granted while I was growing up.
Okay, well that's good because I was gonna say I had a high school job. I thought you'd be the type to have one too.
I did have. I worked at McDonald's.
I had a high school job too.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I refused to accept money while I was in college, and while afterwards, whenever I was 24, I had a issue with my supervisor at a mental health facility that I was working at, where I knew that he was sleeping with every single bit of except for one female faculty's. Like he was having sex with everybody, with the exception of.
Okay, so it is going the way I thought it was going. I was like sleeping.
Yeah, he was fucking every single female every single female worker, exception of the 60-year-old female who was in there.
Man, he's discriminating.
I knew about it. Yeah. On top of that, I was working at a mental health facility for young kids between the ages of 13 and 18. He was a condescending prick. I was the only one who was able to pull any information out of them and able to work with them. Those 2 bits of information got me fired. I lost my house. I went a year and a half without a house.
Bro, you had a house at fucking 19?
I was renting, but I was on a agreement with them to have a rent to own.
That works. Rent to own is good. Yeah, we have rent to own around here.
So I wasn't I lost my job. I tried to do everything I could for half a year, sorry, to try and be able to keep it. I couldn't. I lost the house. Faye went to go back and live on her college campus, and I couch surfed for a bit. Everything, and that's whenever I had my heat stroke and everything. And then I had the person I was living with who was letting me stay with him out of the goodness of his heart, tell me that because he owned the house, I had to do whatever the fuck he said. And I said, okay. I moved out within a month. I did everything I could to get back up on my own legs. I sat there and I had guns pointed at me every other fucking day for about 2.5 months, and I found the job that I have now.
I lost what we were talking about.
We were talking about being
my
homeless.
God.
Oh,
We're talking about being homeless.
It's been a few months since you've been in that situation, right? Or
I've had this
How long
job that
has it
I've had for 2.5 years.
okay.
I
So
bought this house back in August.
okay, so I'm not sure how old you are now. I don't know if you want to.
Sorry, I'm 32.
Okay, you're 32. So when you were like 30 or 29 is when all this was going on, or
29, yes.
29? Got you.
And I didn't have any support from the ages of 23 on up to 20. Well, right now.
I don't.
Yeah.
There was no support since I moved out. I don't know. Do you feel like you were entitled to that?
No, because those kids deserved every single bit of a fucking life that I had growing up.
I'm asking
My
because you
parents-
brought it up, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Those
I don't
kids-
usually bring up saying I didn't have this when I was that. I didn't have that because I never put it on my parents to do so. I knew what their financial situation was.
That's the thing. Those kids, up until the age of 18, deserved every single bit of the rights in life that I had up until that point.
I don't know. I don't know.
They
why that
deserve
word
to
is
have a
bugging me.
roof.
I don't know. Okay.
There's two things. They deserve to have a roof over their head. They deserve to have food. Those are the only two
Okay.
things I care about.
I mean, Pops did his job. I feel like your parents did their job as well.
They did their job, and they're still doing that job.
Yeah, and then I think they did a guy. I mean, to me, Pops couldn't do
And
anything better.
to be fair, I do not have any resentment toward them at all.
Neither do I. Okay.
My dad taught me a work ethic.
Well, your grandfather
and Dad
apparently
had-
differently, but okay.
Yeah, my grandfather is a piece of shit, and
I never met mine, but okay.
I did not cry at his funeral.
I love my dad, but I didn't cry at his funeral either. I felt like an idiot trying to make myself cry in the car.
Same.
But
I didn't
cry.
do that at my dad's either.
I
but that's
couldn't.
because I couldn't process emotions at that time.
No, I
so
can
just couldn't
process
fucking
it.
cry.
But let me ask Kiko. Well, what do you mean process? What were you trying to process?
Well, like I just
Pops
couldn't. Like
did
I didn't
everything
feel anything.
he was supposed to. He did everything he was supposed to. Do you regret the way you turned out? Because I don't. So why would I?
No, I don't.
Well, I
regret the
mean,
way
that's-
turned
It
out.
was more of a
That-
celebrating life issue. I mean, Pops brought me here.
That's a cultural thing.
I could be in chinelas right now working for a box company in the Philippines. I could
Okay,
be.
so that's a
He
that's a
brought
cultural
me
thing. In so I don't know how to say this without sounding racist. White, we normally sit there and lament the loss of life. In other cultures, it's more of they remember and celebrate the life of those who have gone.
That's not a cultural thing. I feel like if you had regrets, you would cry. Is my stance? Is what I'm trying to say. You can miss
Well,
somebody
that's-
so much.
Regrets are a personal thing.
Yeah, and that's the reason why that they might.
Personal
be
ain't
crying.
cultural.
Kiko probably didn't cry because did you have any regret? I didn't have any.
I didn't cry just because, like, at that point in
What do
my
you mean
life,
by not
like,
processing? Yeah.
I just honestly, I don't know. I just was like, is this real? Like, is this really happening right now? Everybody else around me was crying, but I couldn't cry.
That's
like,
more.
I just couldn't process. I processed it later when I was away from people
Okay, so you cried
and like dealt
after.
with
That's
it then
that's
when I
that's
was
a personal
alone.
thing.
Okay,
That's a
but,
personal thing.
but you're saying you did
And-
cry just later.
Way later,
Well, that's
and
the
now
thing.
I have
There's-
anxiety for the rest of my life because I went through that trauma. So it's like
well,
that's
that's
a
a-
separate thing.
that's the thing.
Okay.
That's a personal thing. We're like in that concept. I'm talking about cultural. Like culturally, white people, whenever somebody dies, they lament it.
I guess. Okay.
I
I think that's a normal response though.
I
I'm half white though, and I don't know.
So I'm half white.
It makes sense that when you lose somebody, you would be upset or sad and go through something.
Look, I had a triple homicide in my family, and I
Almost
didn't
like
realize
shock. Is
it
that what
was
lament
weird.
means?
I didn't realize it was weird not to feel anything until somebody said, "Are you okay?" at my college, because it was a regular occurrence in my family. Don't ask.
Not.
I realize it's fucked up now.
No. I'm still trying to figure. I mean, there are some things that I say I'm trying to figure out, but then I give up after like 10 minutes. I'm like, I don't want to think too hard. I don't think there's any way wrong. I don't think there's any right way to process anything. Kiko said it took her a while later, but she ended up crying. I get depressed now, but feeling depressed not the same, because then I only regret not having my dad, but not about raising me, but my dad not meeting my daughter, because I think he would have loved her. And then I get depressed relating to that, but not because of how he raised me. It's not in relation to that.
That's the thing. That's not depression. That's sadness.
It is. I'm just saying. I said I feel depressed. I was like, oh man, like, hey, Jade will never know my pops. She'll never know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I could say all the great things about him. She'll never have a picture of him other than what I show in photos. You know what I mean? So then I start getting sad in relation to that. But I've never been sad about my upbringing. And I never put it on my parents to say, when my high school friends were getting cars, I never went up to my dad and be like, hey, buy me a car. Everybody else is getting one. No, I never said that. I wasn't raised that way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I might not.
Like the only thing I ever went to my one of my parents, specifically just one of them, and said was, look, you beat the shit out of me growing up.
He did that too, and I thought, what do you mean that wasn't okay? That was normal for me. Fuck, where's all my Asian kids at?
My mom used to beat the shit out of me.
I got my ass beat, bro. I didn't get spanks. I got my ass beat. Jesus.
Like my mom used to use a fucking board, literally a 2 by fucking 5 foot board that she would like wind up like she was going into the major leagues.
I had a nail on my foot, and if we could show feet on stream, I'd show you the scar on my foot.
Well, you definitely can't do that because that ticks a couple of boxes on the old hub.
I'm just saying. I got caught watching porn. My grandma stuck sile. We call it sile, little chili pepper. She stuck the juice and put it in my eye. Squeezed the chili pepper, put it in my eye.
Ooh.
She heard me say fuck one day. She made me eat the chili pepper. Now, joke's on her. I love spicy food. I didn't eat my bitter melon. True story. It's called ampalaya to all my Filipinos. She cooked corned beef and ampalaya. She made me kneel on uncooked rice until I ate it all.
Oh, my mom made me do that one time too.
Kneel on uncooked rice.
That shit hurts. That shit fucking hurts.
It's after 30 minutes, you move even a little bit, it's digging into your skin. I was bleeding, and she would not let me stand up until I ate it all. She taught me a lesson. If she cooks it, I eat it.
Joke's on you. I just got the shit beat out of me.
No, well, there's nothing more fucked up than just getting your ass beat with the metal end of a belt, and it was normal and then psychological.
Oh, like we didn't
or an
use
extension cord or fucking telephone cord or anything that's near you.
No, like we used to. Okay, so that's
take it easy.
Like, we used to have a
everybody go check out Mr. Ill. Hit him with that follow button when he goes live next.
Like,
super chill guy.
Fucking
Love this
whips,
man. Go check him out. He's been vibing all day.
Basically off so they could whip us.
Do that around here with grits and nuts. Hi. Thank you.
So instead of being like the blunt metal pop, which I've had happen too, I would rather be hit with a belt any single day for 2 months straight than hit with a switch once.
Wow. Okay.
Because they would sit there and like reach back and like swing like they were sitting there getting a horse.
Love you, baby.
Like they were being chased by bandits.
All right, well, that's hold up. My wife keeps telling me she's hungry. I want to end on a good note.
Yeah.
I want to end on a good note. Based on the conversation this is going, do you regret the way you turned out?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. I wouldn't change the way I turned out either. Kiko, do you regret the way you turned out?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Right?
Because we have the fucking drive and work ethic to sit there and push past almost anything that we fucking face.
That's right, unless you ask Kiko to hang out and she calls off and makes you use PTO. Other than that, there's no drive.
Oh my god.
There's no drive there. I'm just saying, I didn't get those 8 hours of PTO back. I just want to point that out.
Okay, well, I owe that to you. So
I'm just spitting facts. I mean, we had an air bed and everything. Because remember, you were supposed to stay the night. Remember that, but you didn't. I bet you forgot. You were like, oh yeah, we'll hang out. You know, I'm gonna drive up there. I'll stay the night because I don't want to drive back. Oh yeah, we had an air bed. $60, but you know it's fine. We returned it. Do me a favor, everybody. Check out my man Dustcock right now. Dustcock, fuck! I say Dustcock so many times that it comes out naturally out of my mouth. Giggity. Dusk. Fuck.
If I could just switch my name to Dusk, I swear to God I would. But some asshole has my fucking name already.
Dustcock. I mean, you can call him Dustcock. That's also a thing. All right. I enjoyed the conversation today. If you enjoyed the conversation, he has these same conversations all the time in his stream. Plays a lot of Phasmo. He cut his hair for charity. Give him that sample right now. I don't do scary games.
Fuck. There's my hair right there. I miss it.
Yeah, I reported your channel because I was like, this isn't Dusk. This is an imposter. This is an imposter. Now make sure
I gave it out to fucking little kids who are dealing with cancer and alopecia.
There we go. Everybody go check out Lady Kiko as well. Lady Kiko plays a lot of Apex Legends. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. She can use some carries. All right, and she needs another person besides Monkey. Let's watch this clip right here. Apex. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh God, no.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Did they get a clip because you did something cool or you died funny? Let's see.
I probably did some dumb shit. They always clip my dumb shit.
1 HP. 1 HP.
They're both chasing you.
Run. Oh, wait, no, you're POVing somebody.
That's
it's
not
Ravage.
me.
I thought it was you. Look at that.
dead.
She was dead. That's why she needs the carries, guys. Make sure to go check out Lady Kiko. I want to thank both of them for hanging out. I could do this all day, by the way, but I have a wife and she's hungry. So, Dusk, I want you to know something. I love you and you're loved, man. All right? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't ever want to hear that you want to kill yourself. One, because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that, and I want you to know if you ever have those feelings, we can hang out. We just shoot the shit here. Let's go kill some other people in Warzone. Let's get a dub. We can do that.
Aww.
We can do that. I also want to try to find another party game. I'm still waiting on Party Animals. Nobody sleep on it. It's got to be released soon. Kiko played that with us, remember? Where all 8 of us are running around with fucking guns and shit. Yeah, but it got delayed for like another fucking year. When we did the demo, the game was perfect, remember?
Yeah.
They should have just released it. They didn't. They didn't. The demo was such a huge success. They got so much money that they said they want to work on it some more. And we've been waiting for over a year now.
Well, they better hurry the fuck up.
I'm telling you, that's why the game come out
in the forest too.
I'm telling you right now, that game come out. We don't have a big party night here. I want to try to do something like Dine Oblivion. Great guy. He always has the same 30 people, 20 to 30 people coming in.
Oh, yeah,
That's a community right there. I aspire to be that, and I want us to be part of that. But until that game come out, I don't have anything. If you guys have any ideas, we can do that
Jackbox.
as well. Jackbox is not the same. We only have like 5 people in there. What are we gonna do? The same murder party? I mean, what?
Let's see. We got some Modern Warfare. We got.
Even then, it's just I like shooting stuff. You know? I know, baby. Hold on.
That's what Modern Warfare is. Rainbow Six Siege. Let's fucking go, bub.
I feel like that's super sweaty though. That's much more sweaty than.
It depends on how sweaty you're willing to be.
Oh my god. Six says who buys. I bought all the Jackboxes up to 6, so I don't want you to feel
right now that I'll frag the fuck out of Rainbow Six Siege, but I'm not sweaty about it. Let's go.
I mean, how much is it?
We'll drag Sick in there. We'll drag Chariot in another. We'll drag a bunch of fuckers in there.
Well, I mean, I'm not going for it. It's a 6
Kiko,
squad.
do you play Siege?
We gotta buy it. I don't have it, but I don't mind buying it.
You're muted at Siege.
She's muted. Yeah, you're muted.
I don't have Siege.
What's up, Seppo? Okay, we're ending right now. We're ending right now.
You're gonna go get it, and then we're gonna go play
Who's
some Siege.
starting right now? Where's Soul at? Hold on, where's Soul at? Soul, are you starting right now, or who's starting? You gonna play some Elden Ring? Help me out here, Dusk. You said you were gonna keep going. Was everybody enjoying the conversation? My man Dusk can keep it going. I'm just being honest.
On Sundays.
Okay, if you don't, that's fine. I was asking. How about you, Kiko? You gonna play some Apex? Help me out here.
Yeah,
we're not in a
we were talking about Dream Warrior tonight.
We were, but I'm talking about you guys. You guys are with me. I'm not in a game directory. I don't know what Home Sweet Home is. I bet you $100 that's a scary game. Tell me right now.
It is.
I'm not doing it. Get the fuck out of here.
Not everybody's.
You're not new. I'm not doing no scary game. I'd rather hang it out to one of you two nerds because you've been with me the whole day. Show you guys some love and keep the love going here. If you're gonna start right now, Kiko, I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes. Can you do it?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, get out of here. Let's watch some horrible Apex action.
Oh my god.
We'll get Monkey in there. Is Monkey in here?
Fuck. I'm a little tipsy too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's the fucking play.
You might get some good clips.
Everybody gets better at Guitar Hero. Let's
You
go.
might get some good clips. My nap is ending now. What kind of siege ring? Fun
All
fact:
right,
Jane Warrior
I'm
was
gonna
best
dip.
snap. GG's. Appreciate you, Kiko.
What's up?
Play with a Guitar Hero controller. I dare you.
Oh, she doesn't know how to do any of that. People do that, by the way. But yeah,
What?
people play
Guitar
with a Guitar
controller.
Hero controller.
Let's go.
You know
I
how
have
you can?
one.
I know, but don't make her
Go
do that.
get one. I will donate $5 right now.
That's the guitar is more than $5. You.
I said what I fucking said.
Oh my god. All right, get out of my voice so I can say goodbye. I'm gonna go to Lady Kiko right now.
right.
We're gonna give her 5 minutes. I want to thank you, Dustcock. You were fucking awesome.
You guys
I'm
are
here
awesome.
with you. Kiko, you were freaking awesome.
By all you.
Thanks for hanging
You guys are
out.
awesome. I followed you, Duskhawk. And
Hell
I
yeah,
followed
you
Shay.
should. And we're all gonna go in
Kiko,
there.
I've already followed you.
As you should. Good people.
Take
is
it
hard to
easy
find, man.
there. Take it easy, Jason. Stay
No,
safe
I
out there.
appreciate
I love you, bub.
No, I love you, man. We all love you, man. Appreciate you. Come with me on this raid, though. Hang out. We're gonna go to Kiko. Give her some time to set up.
I'm gonna go smoke and see you.
There you go. See ya. There you go. Smoke a cigarette. That's fine. I'm just talking about myself. It's fucking normal. Swear to God. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh my God. Now I gotta open this up. And then bam. There we go. Open that up. All right. Love you guys. Yeah, we'll give her like 5 minutes here. I appreciate everybody watching us episode 3. I will cut this. I don't know if Chariot's still in here. I'm gonna do the same thing, Chariot, okay? I'll be in charge of trying to cut it, make it a highlight. Highlights don't stay on Twitch that long. I don't think so. And then if you can do your little magic to put it on Twitch as well, I'll pay you for both of those. I'll throw you some money there. I appreciate you. Because you said it took a while to compress it, make it into a actual VOD on YouTube. If you guys don't know, the last episode of our podcast is on YouTube. That was related to Lady Kiko's personal experiences on online dating and relationships. Through online dating and online relationships, you want to see her point of view and me trying to understand it. I learned what, as Killer Angel knows and Soulfunk knows, I learned what gaslighting meant. Yeah, I'm trying to gaslight Soulfunk into going to TwitchCon Korean Barbecue, but Killer Angel's not going. Damn it! Today's episode was about, because Sephiroth just joined us, we were talking about stream teams. We got deep into it since me and Dusk are part of the same fluffy Fox faction. Pros, cons, whys, why not? Did you join one? We were asking Kiko. She joined one. Why did she leave one? What are your thoughts on it? Do you need to do it? Do you not need to do it? And we get deeper into it. Feel free to watch that. Words have been said. I don't regret them. They were all truths based on my point of views and experiences. All right. We're going to go raid Lady Kiko as soon as she gets settled. She's kind of buzzed. I want to keep the love within the group here. I was trying to go to Dush, trying to go to Kiko. Either way, check both of those guys out. They are so fucking awesome. All right, I'm going to go get me some sushi, though, because my wife is yelling at me. She hungry. Whoops, wrong one. She hungry. Where's my face? Yeah. We're going to a revolving sushi place. Have you heard of it, Sephiroth? I don't know if you're in the sushi. I don't know if you're in the sushi. Now, Soulfunk was in here, but he didn't say anything. They said, I blame you for being drunk. It was a good time. The reason why I like drinking while we're having these podcasts is you want honest reactions. You want honest point of views, and I feel like it loosens you up more. You know what I mean? Kurosu, I know you joined us late too, but I feel like based on your sleeve count, you've been throwing me a lot of lurks, and I appreciate you. Oh, excuse me. I'm burping Crown Apple, and it's kind of disgusting. Crown Apple is disgusting. Maybe not drunk heavily, but same, because you don't want to be too drunk. Yeah, you want to keep the conversations going. I like these podcasts that we do. We call them podcasts and talk shows because all we do is talk, and I fucking appreciate it. All right, there could be nobody in here, but we having a good time. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't think the conversations were meaningful or any way, shape, or form helpful to what we're going through today. I'm leaning on another idea for the next episode. It was playing on loudspeaker when I was sleeping. Was it? Don't fucking do that. You know how much yelling I do in Call of Duty? Fucking Call of Duty. Let's see, pull me up some more. But well, the next one was gonna be in relation to being a father and streaming. If you wanted to join us in that, or a parent and streaming, because I'm not the only parent and streamer that I know in our group here. So how do we manage that, especially with time management? I've always said it before, there's not a lot of people who stream more than me who also work a full-time job, such as yourself, Dusk. Not necessarily Not full-time in the sense of full-time content creation, right? Just like in terms of hours, that's what I meant. So now the times is going down. I have more time to spend with my daughter, but there are those who take breaks, you know. I mean, we'll talk about. That's just an idea. That's not necessarily the next episode, but just an idea. Also, Faye, I'm looking at your handiwork. What is this? Unfortunately, the depth div. Sometimes I'm watching y'all and I like to imagine a screen for it. This is... What are you talking? Oh, the deep dive, Faye! Can I show this right now? Faye was trying to make an overlay. The deep dive, but I read it as the depth. The depth div. Oh my god! It looks. Oh my god! I'm sorry. That's why I was like, what? I don't leave. Oh no, that looks cool. So if you guys don't know, Faye makes. I mean, I can't wait to see what you could do. I can't wait to see what you could do with that tablet you were trying to want. Right? Would you be able to do better, more detailed stuff? This is pretty cool. I've never thought of doing an overlay while I was I never thought about doing an overlay while doing, because we don't do this that often enough. You know what I mean? That often enough. It's literally like maybe once a month, because it's not like the topics come out of my head super well. I can't talk every day about something. You know, I feel like the meaningful ones, and then we could have topics to prepare for and all that, which I think is really cool. The depth die div. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The depth die DVE. Oh my god. This is why I was about to come in. No, it was just funny. It was just funny. I read it wrong. I get organic moment. I was like, what's the depth div? And I was like, I'm stupid. The deep dive. I can't believe that didn't register. Check out Faye as well. Faye streams, and as you can see, does overlays. Maybe if you guys are interested. And Michelle said, yes, I am. I'm going. I'm waiting for Kiko to start. God, man. You act as if the sushi joint is closed. Oh my god, this lady. Separos, if you're interested, again, follow on YouTube. I will make it a highlight. I'm not gonna do that right now though. If you're interested in okay, I feel like these podcasts is really cool and insightful. And it's not something that we do that often, and I'm hoping a lot of you guys are enjoying it and just conversating. You know what I mean? I can talk for hours, but Michelle is hungry. I'm sorry. Let's go say hi to Lady Kiko. She was joining us alongside Duskhawk here. Let's go say hello. We're gonna run out of good shit. Oh, never. The nighttime is where the good shit comes. You ever been to a strip club? You go in the afternoons. Those are the trainees. The good ones come out at nighttime. I'm saying, you guys that sub badge next to your name, copy that raid 1 command. If not, copy that raid 2. To those who are regulars in this channel, I am not streaming as much because Michelle got a new job, so I'm probably only going to be streaming on the weekend, or if you see me stream during the weekday, Monday through Friday, it might only be like a 2 to 3 hour stream. Okay? It's not that I don't love you guys, I do. I am literal king. I think I have the highest revenue adjustment hours that I know at 135, and I meet that almost all the time. All right, but her new job helps out the family more. She's getting almost $10 an hour more than me. So she about to be the breadwinner. I'm trying to get her to take this internet bill, but she won't take it. I appreciate you guys. All you guys who are still sub. Too kind. Hold on, Michelle. God, I'm saying bye.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
Are we switching cars?
Oh, fuck. Do you want to just drive my car?
I'm gonna have to drive.
Okay. We'll switch cars. I forgot I parked in front. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Come with me on this race, Sephiroth. If you don't know who Lady Kiko is, she's super cool. Vibe real well with her. She's about to play some Apex. She's already buzzed because she was drinking with us during this podcast. And let me tell you, we might get some funny clips of her playing drunk. All right? Now copy that raid 1 command if you have my sub badge. And if you guys are sub, make sure you unsub, okay? Because I can't be putting in the hours. Whether you want to, like Soul or not, or if you feel like you want to, none of that matters to me. It's just, you know, I can't put in what I feel is a correct time to do so, but I thank you guys. That's an invalid username? What are you talking about? It says Lady Kiko doesn't exist. Oh my god, there we go. Everybody go say hello. I can't promise when I'll see you again, but I'm gonna try for the weekend. Your wife is pretty, tell her that. Michelle! Faye says you're pretty. Look at her, she's upset, she's hungry. Yeah.
Catch it.
Say bye, Jade. Say bye-bye.
Throw the ball at your dad.
Jade, say bye-bye.
Throw the ball at your dad.
And she threw it at me. She actually threw the ball at me. Say bye-bye.
Throw it again at your
Oh
dad.
my god. I will see you guys. I appreciate you hanging out, Faye. Too damn kind. Have a good night, guys. I'm here with you. Positive vibes, positive thoughts always. All right? Be safe out there. Corona ain't over. Wear a mask, wash your hands, and the numbers are looking good though. We're like at 90% open here where I'm at in terms of beds, which is a good sign. So hopefully everywhere it's getting good too. All right? I will see you guys when I see you. Peace out. Mwah.